fight's not over.
Stop the fight!
People.
Everybody, I come here for everybody. Kill everybody. I'm the champ. I'm the king. Kill everybody. Ah!
All right, guys, welcome back to Broke Bets. Lane here with you. As always, got my co-host with me, Carson.
Yes, sir. This betting card is not the best, but we got like 11 straight Saturdays of bets, so...
Yeah, there's 14 fights on this card. Honestly, a lot of them are just complete dodge fights, in my opinion. So, 4 bets for you guys on this card. And as you can see, not the biggest match result, but that you just go for the sweep. And we do pretty well on these cards where it's really hard to pick your betting spots. So, to start it off, Daniel Marcos. We got him at a good line movement. We parlayed him with Oki when he was matched up against Damir Hadzovic, but obviously that fight fell off. So just stuck with Marcos here in a parlay for 1 unit. Again, beat the line movement. Not an insane amount when you go to this, but it's still enough to be noticeable. I just think he's gonna be ahead this whole fight. Touch and move, and Aorq Lang probably be hitting a lot of air. As always, he fades a little bit in fights as well, and at 135, I think that Marcos is just going to be better. So, yeah, give me Marcos.
Yeah, Marcos is good defensively. He works the body as well, and throws pretty good volume, and his cardio holds up well. So, yeah, I mean, I don't really feel like he'll be able to finish Aorq Lang just because Aorq Lang's so tough and durable. But, yeah, I like Marcos to win a decision here.
Point fight is way there, and next bet, taking a Robert Bierjek over Ihor Pretoria. I really don't understand why people are betting on Pretoria here. Get the minus 190 number on Bierjek. This is a boxing fight. You know, Bierjek is a boxer, and Pretoria tries to box with people. So it's like, you know, it's just a winning battle for Bierjek. He's the superior boxer, at least in my opinion. Better guard, better hands. Better cardio, which I would say was the biggest thing. And then you add in Pretoria's on short notice, down a weight class, and just things are all over the place. So, Bierjek, in my opinion, looks like the much better fighter. Pretoria, in my opinion, not very, hasn't built a very good reputation in the UFC. You know, beat Shogun Rua, who fucking cares? Couldn't
he beat the corpse of Shogun Rua.
Yeah, and then, couldn't beat Rodolfo Bellato, who he had out like 6 times in the fight. And, you know, Bellato doesn't protect his chin, so it wasn't too surprising that he could get clipped in a fight like that. But, yeah, I'm all over Bierjek. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, Pretoria coming down a weight class, be interested to see what he looks like on the scales. And with going down a weight class, I mean, will his chin hold up cutting all that weight? We don't know, but... I got a feeling Bierjek will KO this guy like he does most of his fights. So, yeah, I mean, he's a big power puncher and really good boxer, so I think he'll be able to finish Pretoria pretty early.
I think a sneaky play on this fight would be round 2 or 3 knockout, just because Pretoria is going to fade. There might be a feeling out process, and you might just get that KO number at a pretty great price. I haven't played anything like that right now, but I think that's a decent option for some people. Prop bets. We weren't even planning on this one. I wasn't planning on this one. Brad Tavares and Gregory Rodriguez under 2.5 rounds. Again, was not planning it. I think that I thought it was me set at 1.5 rounds, and this just feels like a big steal. Any fight that Rodriguez is in, the under is favored almost every single time, and then you factor in plus money at under 2.5, an extra 5 minutes of violence in a small cage, you got to take it. I mean, Rodriguez has been finished a couple times in his career. I think, Hulk, whatever, Ferreira, yeah. And then Jordan Williams or whatever on the regional scene, I know finished him as well. And he's been hurt in other fights, so there's a chance Tavares could get a finish, although he's a decision guy. And on the other side, Gregory Rodriguez, RoboCop, we're going to be marching forward. Small cage. Last time we saw Tavares in the small cage, got finished by Bruno Silva, who just marched him down in the first round. So I wouldn't be too surprised if Rodriguez just got him out of there. So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like Tavares has been finished. He's been KO'd 4 times, and 3 of those are in that first round. And Gregory Rodriguez is gonna go march forward in that first round and try to put him out. And if not, I mean, I feel like even Tavares could catch Rodriguez coming in just because Rodriguez has been KO'd 3 times himself in the first round too. So yeah, interesting fight here. I like the plus money here at under 2.5. So I like it.
Yeah, not super confident, but anytime you get this number, and we already beat some line movement on this one. Patreon, boys, get on the Patreon, beat that line movement. And then finally, I'm just taking a stab at Carlos Prates by finish. The Muay Thai guy, the long kicks, the straight left that's just so powerful. Trevin Giles been finished in all of his losses, so there's a chance for obviously still a submission on the Prates side, just with how long he is, and then kicks on the outside, the left hand coming in, the jab. Giles got rocked by Preston Parsons like 2 times in that fight that he won, so there's a big risk for Giles. Although he has a lot of experience, there's a big risk of still being knocked out by an elite striker. Yeah.
Yeah, Prates is a finisher. I mean, he's knocked out his last 6 opponents, and I feel like he's going to make that 7 here. Yeah, Trevin Giles has been finished in all of his losses, like you said, and Prates has only been to decision 3 times out of his, 25 fights-ish, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
So, he's a finisher, and Giles likes to be finished.
Ooh, good line right there. And then finally, I mean, other things I'm looking at, but not like small bets. I did Dan Ige, Andre Fili. I did Andre Fili by split decision to win, which is plus 1,100. So that feels like a pretty good bet. You could just win a little bit of change with, a little fun side one to keep track of. Other than that, I mean, I think Bruna Brazil is a pretty fucking good underdog in a fight like that. She's way bigger than Luma, like almost a weight class bigger, and there's an opportunity for her to be in like top control and shit like that as well.
Yeah, I want to see the face-offs for that one too. I'd be interested to see how much bigger she'll actually be when they do face off. I mean, if she is, I mean, I feel like she could just be able to outmuscle her in some of those exchanges.
And Brazil's a kickboxing champion in Brazil, so I know she got knocked out by Denise Gomes, and everyone's just gonna remember that knockout and judge her for it. But she is still pretty fucking good, and Denise Gomes has KO power. I can't remember this. I believe Loma Lubumbashi has no KO wins, so I don't know. It feels like Bruna Brazil at plus 200 something is a fucking steal. And we're on the Loma Lubumbashi side for the grappling, but we can tell price tags here. So
yeah, Luma has one KO win, but that was her second career fight in 2018.
Yeah, it's not too impressive. And then we were also talking about maybe doing Hyder Emil, but we're gonna pass on that line. So any other things you were looking at?
Yeah. I mean, I just feel like that line's too big right now. But yeah, I mean, I feel like he beats Fernie Garcia. So yeah, I mean, wasn't too much sticking out on this card. I mean, Zach Pauga, Guskov, what are you gonna do there? Yeah,
Nothing.
This card's pretty sketchy. So.
I think the over in the Joe Pyfer fight would be a good line. The over 2.5. I'm not gonna do it just because I don't know what Pyfer's game plan is. I feel like there's not enough cage time to fully understand his game, for me at least. So just gonna watch the main event and be chill and the night not stressed. So
yeah, exactly. I mean, especially when they're making their debut main event and haven't been in the cage that long. You know, I mean, you don't know how that feeling out process will go in that first round, or if they will go balls to the wall early. But I feel like he will feel out a little bit, especially that first round. So maybe it goes a little bit longer. But
right.
I'm not playing it.
All right, guys. Those are the bets. Stay tuned this weekend for the UFC 298 drop. That we'll put out all our picks for that card. And if you're on the Patreon, you'll get those fighter notes like today or tomorrow. So you're going to get them really early. Anything else from you?
And you already have bets on the Patreon for that card.
And the Mexico card.
After that.
Yeah.
And the Mexico card. So get on that Patreon, y'all. Come on now.
$5 a month. Beat the line movement. All right, guys. Peace.
Peace.
I know. It doesn't matter. I'm from the trenches. I'm built like this. The old down to me said I couldn't do it. The old said I couldn't do it.